just going to adjust that slightly actually. Let's Alright, welcome to a Christmassy drive home. I'm in a big old American pickup truck from 1966 that spent most of its life in California until about 5 years ago it came to the UK. Bit grubby, no matter. I'm now going to drive back to my parents for Christmas, who live up in the Midlands, middle of the UK, down at the moment, as you can probably tell by the rain and the wind and whatnot. We're in South Wales. Not only on the motorway because my overdrive doesn't work, so I'm limited to about 45 mile an hour. Lorries overtaking you when you're doing 45 in the rain isn't a lot of fun, let's be honest. So let's see how we go. Right, first things first, let's give it a start. So we're in neutral. Let's get the ignition on, bit of choke, see how we go. How about that? Alright, back the choke up a little bit, we don't need too much of that. What we are going to need is some fans blowing up there. Let's get these windows cleared a little bit. Use my sleeve for this one. Might have to deal with that one for a bit, just so I can see a bit at the side anyway. There we go, we're all good. Let's roll. All right, knock it back into reverse. So, my petrol gauge doesn't work, so I have to work out when to get some petrol, but we should be okay for a bit anyway, so I'll just stop sooner than I think I need to and see how we go. All right. This is great fun. Okay. Oh, Christ. There go the Christmas presents. All right, so on the road, we've got out of the main town now onto the A roads and stop indicating. And then let's see how we go now. It's smelling a bit rich, so I need to knock the choke in a bit. Okay, it's smelling very rich actually. It's smelling rich because there's a vented petrol cap on my left hand side. Yes, the petrol tank is right behind this seat, and just behind my door on the left hand side here, behind my door is the petrol cap, but it's a vented cap rather than having a vent somewhere else under the car or somewhere. So every time you go around a right-hand bend pretty sharp, the petrol sloshes against the vent and you get all the vapours come out. So if your windows open a little bit like this, you can smell it. We're out of town now. Let's tell you a little bit about this truck while we're going to be stuck in traffic for a little while. 1966 Ford F100. Smallest engine they did back then, which is a 3.9 litre straight six. Very smooth engine. I mean, straight sixes are typically pretty smooth. They did a bunch of different gearboxes for them. You can get a 4-speed, 3 on the tree, which is this. You could also get an auto, that sort of thing. But the 3 on the tree manual typically came with an overdrive. Ford did their own, I think, at some point. But this one is the Borg-Warner gearbox and overdrive. 2 versions of that. There's the R10 and the R11. They're both pretty rare these days, to be honest. The R10 is the light-duty version. The R11 is exactly the same. Basically, it's the same gearbox, same gearing, same mechanism, just a bit more hefty. This is the R11. So this is the gearbox that is, I mean, over here, forget it. Even in the US, they're pretty rare. So I want to hang on to this gearbox, definitely. The overdrive itself doesn't really work properly. So the previous owner, it had been rebuilt at some point, and then it's saying that, I can make that. Saying that sometimes it would go into overdrive, sometimes it wouldn't quite, it wouldn't happily go in. And so if it starts crunching and things, you don't really want to push it too much or do any damage, so I've just left the overdrive locked out for now. I'm going to keep it at, you know, maximum 45-50 realistically, because I don't want to push an engine that isn't meant to rev more than about 4,000 revs. And I've got no overdrive, so realistically, yeah, 45-50 is my absolute max. Yeah, let's see how we go. I'm going to drive home. It's about 110 miles, so yeah, for one of these things, it's not very far. I'm pretty happy that it's a weirdly mild Christmas. No sign of any ice or anything, so they're not gritting up the roads or anything like that, because obviously old cars don't like salted roads because it rusts them. But I did put some underseal under a few weeks ago, so it should be somewhat protected. I'd just rather not risk it if I can help it, you know. But yeah, it's the 21st today, which of course is the solstice, shortest day of the year. The lights aren't too bad, actually. They're better than they were on my old Alpha. They were pretty rubbish. They were always rubbish on those Alphas anyway, but no, they're not too bad. But even so, you know, big old truck, I'd rather get as far as I can in the daylight. Now, you'll have to excuse the rattle from back there somewhere. There's a whole load of bungee cords, straps and whatnot, holding a great big waterproof canvas over the back. I have ordered one of those like vinyl aluminium frame flip-up type cover things on its way from the US. That should be really good. But for now, just to keep stuff in the back dry, I've put together with some wood, made some little braces that go over the bed, and then put a canvas over and just put some eyelets in, hooked it down, and it just tends to rattle a little bit in the wind. So it's a bit annoying, but one of those things where the best fix for it is, as my granddad would always say, turn the radio up. So on the way now, yeah, probably best part of 100 miles to go. It's nice little roads around here, just you know, just knocking around the countryside, sort of South Wales, heading towards England, kind of Hereford direction. Just going to take it nice and easy, and yeah, see how we go. It's not the best handling thing in the world, I must say. It does roll quite a bit. That's what they were, you know, built as, really. They were never meant to be going around corners in the US. They're not really sure what corners are over there. But that's good fun. This is one of the ones that she's got the independent front suspension, which at the time in '66 on a truck was like, whoa, this is brand new stuff. But it does mean you can go over bumps and stuff, and the whole thing doesn't like clatter over the bumps. The rear is a bit more old-fashioned. It's just leaf springs, live axle, obviously rear-wheel drive. But yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty simple, but great fun. Sounds lovely, lovely straight six engine. The V8s are kind of cool. They sound great, but I don't know, something nice about a straight six. They're just refined, you know. Doesn't do brilliant on fuel, I've got to say. If you leave the engine running while you're filling up with petrol, you'll never stop. So yeah, it does a bit thirsty. When I bought it, the idea was to use it to take my old motorbike somewhere to go off-road. The alternative of something old and fun would have been an old Land Rover, but as far as I can tell, they all get stolen, so that's no good at all. And this came up as the right deal. It's been, you know, pretty decently looked after, so all good fun. Mind that tractor, there we go. Yeah, I've got to say, you're driving down the road normally in the UK, country lanes, you get someone in a new Range Rover Sport or Evoque or whatever who thinks they own the road, and they're all over the place. When you go the other way in this and you see a Range Rover coming, I don't know what it is about this, they shift. They really move out the way. That's brilliant. So yeah, it's all good fun. Oh, pothole. Oh, sorry, truck. There we go. But haha. All right, I'm going to enjoy this. I'll stop for fuel in a bit. For now, I think we should be okay. The fuel gauge doesn't work. Not really sure why, but we'll have a look at that. But for now, I think I should have plenty of fuel. I filled up not very long ago. Stop in a bit, see how we're getting on, and we'll enjoy the ride. There's a lot of wind noise. It really needs the door seals redoing at some point. It's quite loud. But the benefit of not having the overdrive is that you're not going so fast that you get deafened. I must say, it's very pretty around here. I think this might be Usk, maybe. Easy. It's not actually that wide, this isn't. It's just very, very long. Yeah, this is Usk. Nice place. Oh, there's some cool trousers. Oh, I like these trousers. I'm not sure where they'd be camouflaged other than a bowl of Frosties, but they're really cool. After you, knob. Right, dual carriageway ahead. That's good, to be honest, because it means people can overtake me. I'm not going to go as far as the M50, I don't think. That's not the plan. At least I hope not, because the motorway is boring in one of these. It's just overtaken by lorries all the way. This isn't even much fun, but... Right, well, lesson in mobile app using 101 is if Apple Maps gives you a mostly motorway option, and a mostly not motorway option, and you choose the latter, don't believe it's actually going to stick on that route unless you say specifically avoid motorways. I chose the fun-looking route with a tiny bit of motorway at the end just to get me home, and it's ignored that, and it's trying to get me onto the M5 all the way, which is boring as hell and full of lorries, and I don't want that. On our way now to Hereford. All the way around here, haven't we? All the way around, all the way around, all the way around, back onto that way. We're all coming? No, we're all good. And this way to Hereford. Ha ha ha. A465, there we go. Yeah, I'm sure I'm pissing off the locals by going a bit slow, but, well, tough. I don't know what else to do, really. Can't do a lot about it, I'm afraid. I will obviously make sure to pull over if I've got a big queue behind me or something, but I think we're alright so far. The main thing is, you get particularly people who are driving really slow because they're not capable of going faster. That can be dangerous. People going slow because the car's not capable, as long as they're alert and considerate, hopefully it'll be alright. Anyway, God, it's really, really windy today. Let's close that a bit. I don't make a lot of difference, does it? Yeah, I'm going to carry on for a bit. It's going to take me a good 2.5 hours from here, according to the sat-nav, and the sat-nav thinks I can do 60 or 70, so we're going to be here a while. It's a kind of narrow bridge, I think, over the river. River Mono, I guess that's where Monmouth comes from. Right, to be honest, at this point, it's nice scenery, lots of sheep, it's Wales, I would expect, but I would rather like to get home for Christmas, it's just one of those, driving home for Christmas is always nice, but there is a point beyond which you just want to get there as well. So we are going to be going in the dark. Like I say, the lights aren't too bad on this. It's just nice to get there a bit earlier rather than losing all of the day, but never mind. But we're there before too long, and then it'll be time to crack open the Baileys and play Boney M on loop, classic Christmas stuff, and have a good time. Alright, the speedo doesn't work on this truck at all, so I'm having to guess to a certain extent. I've got ways here to give me an idea of my speed. Right, I think I should probably pull over at some point and let this queue of cars go past. I'm just conscious that I'm holding up a lot of people. Past here. Do the services, not going to stop at these services, I don't think. Just let them all past, and then I appreciate that I'm holding people up, but as long as there's space, they can overtake. It's not illegal. So there are some people who just don't want to be held up, but they refuse to overtake. Well, tough. Not a lot I can do, I'm afraid. Can't go any faster. Right-ho. I'm starting to need a wee, if I'm honest, so let's try and find a supermarket. We're not far from Hereford, and I reckon they have shops there, so we'll see. I've now emptied things that need to be emptied in a supermarket as a bathroom, or a quick drink, and then I'm going to fill what needs to be filled, the petrol tank, just over there. I've got a petrol station here, so then we should be fine to go straight back home, potentially no stops, keep on trucking, and trucking home for Christmas. Got myself a sausage roll. Classic. There's nothing more British than taking meat and wrapping it in pastry. Alright. This guy's got a Jag plate on. A friend of mine he works at Jaguar Land Rover, he had a Jag with a Jag plate on it as well. Alright, yeah, towards Hereford I think we're going, or through Hereford, and then on our merry way up north towards, to be honest, places in Shropshire I've never heard of. If I'm honest, I could do without this bloody stop-start traffic. Politely elbow our way in. Haha. Roundabouts are great in general. The problem is when the road coming off the roundabout gets chugged up and then it all backs up. So as long as they're designed sensibly and the people on the road know how to use them, which is quite a tall order, roundabouts in theory are very, very good. Of course, this is not from the land of roundabouts. This doesn't know what a roundabout is. I'm stuck in traffic for a little bit. Let's hope it clears up soon. I'm going to put some Christmas tunes on. I think maybe Staples is up next with the theme tune from well, uses the theme tune from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I think we've got some Boney M on there somewhere, and a really good cover of Run Rudolph Run by Lemmy and him out of ZZ Top with Dave Grohl on drums. That's a pretty good cover. Right, so we're just winding our way through, I think probably Forest of Dean, I think north end of the Forest of Dean somewhere, so north of Hereford now. Got my Christmas playlist on. What is it about Christmas playlists? They always seem to repeat far too often. Like this one of mine, even though it's only on there once, I'm convinced, it seems to repeat Johnny Mathis, When a Child is Born, every third song or something. So every 10 minutes it's like, a ray of hope. No! I'm sure Boney M will come on in a bit and we'll all be happy. Or a bit of Slaves, proper Wolverhampton music. Yeah, that'd be good. But anyway, with the playlist on, we're going to keep on trucking. It's really warm in here. I haven't even got the heater on. It's just, I think it's warm from the... I've not got a floor in here yet, like a proper vinyl floor. I've got a floor. I'm not like Flintstoning it, but I've not got like the vinyl covering on the floor. So I'm getting a bit of warmth from the... my headlight's going again. Yeah, getting a bit of warmth from the engine and whatnot. Oh, my headlights are cutting out. So there's a thermal cutout in the switch for these headlights. When they've been running for quite a while, normally like an hour or two, they can start to cut out because the switch gets a bit hot and it's like a little relay, it breaks. It's starting to do it now, and I haven't had the headlights on for very long. What the hell? This isn't good. Oh, come on. Well, I hope they don't keep doing that all the way back. Well, that's a bit of fun anyway. Intermittent headlights. Good fun. Oh, come on. Well, let's hope we make it back alive, eh? So I just pulled into a lay-by to let like 5 million cars go past, thinking that I was the one holding them up. It's a 60 road, and you know I'm only doing 45. I'm catching them up now. I was wondering why the guy behind wasn't overtaking. I think they're just going even slower than me. I don't know. Never mind. I'm trying to be considerate. You know, I appreciate that stuck behind someone who's going a bit slow can be a bit annoying. But maybe I wasn't the problem there. Never mind. Man, this is Christmas music. All right. This must be the fanciest Asda I've ever seen. Really nice. All right. Oh, so I've adjusted my cameras a bit, so we can now see a bit better in the dark, or you can see me a bit better in the dark. And just stopped off. Had another wee. Then we've got these modern. It's like an old man again moaning, I know, but a lot of modern headlights are very bright, which is great. You can see a lot more. The problem is when the beam isn't very good and it shines in your eyes. That's not good. Also, I do find with a lot of them, the indicators aren't bright enough to shine over the headlights, so you can't obviously tell at night whether someone's indicating or not. Anyway, rant over. Back on the road. Let's see how we go. Here we go. We're not a million miles off now. We've got 24 miles to go. It's very dark. Some of these roads are very windy, not a lot of visibility, and the headlights are all right on this, but you got a lot of people coming the other way with modern Xenons and it just blinds you, so it's a bit tricky. I'm really looking. I love Christmas. I'm very much like a little kid around Christmas time. I'd love it. So I mean, obviously not everyone celebrates it, but you know, it's just for me. It's a nice time of year. It's not really a religious thing. It's just a family thing, really. You know, spend time with family, watch some silly films, eat way too much, which I'm prepared for. I was in New Orleans last week with work, and we ate so much deep-fried, hefty stuff that my stomach is like pre-stretched for Christmas. It's going to be easy. Shouldn't be too long back. I'll update with the progress on the way. We'll be there soon. We'll check this canvas has stayed on. So far so good, fingers crossed. Check everything inside's all right. There's a keg of beer in there for my uncle. Let's hope it hasn't bashed around too much such that it's basically become a bomb that he can never open anymore because it'll fizz up. But we'll see. Hopefully it'll be all right. Right, well, I am getting about as close as I want to go to home while running the video, because as much as I wish you all a very Merry Christmas, I don't really want to show you exactly where my parents live, you know. But nonetheless, I think we've done a very good job here. I don't want to put the kiss of death on it and say that we've made it, but the truck's done brilliantly as always. Great little thing. So yeah, all that's left is to thank you very much for watching. I wish you all, if you celebrate it, a Merry Christmas. If not, have a great winter. I'll be back on here soon with some more motorbike videos, restoration riding, that sort of thing. I've got my Morocco trip. I'm still massively down in debt in terms of editing. Loads more to do on that. There's some really good stuff coming up with that. So good videos going through the desert in Morocco coming up. And I'll do some more videos on the truck as well, some little restoration bits and fiddling around, that sort of thing. So yeah, have a great Christmas if you celebrate it. If not, have a great winter. And I'll see you again soon. Thank you very much for watching, and cheerio.